Hi, Lamai. Welcome back again. So in this part of the video, right now, you know, so in this part of this video, I'm going to give a little snippet, right? Part about opportunity cost. So in this subject of economics as a subject, right? So the concept of opportunity cost play the one of the main grounding areas. So I always start this entire concept of opportunity cost and why this is important, make important, but most importantly, මොකක්ද opportunity cost කියන්නේ? ඒක තමයි මේ අමාරුම part එක capture කරගන්න. ගොඩක් අයට ඉතින් මේක අර ටිකක් little bit new, specifically if you are really new to the economics as a subject, but most importantly what you need to know is what do you mean by opportunity cost and how can we really identify opportunity cost in a given scenario, right? In a given scenario, how are we really going to identify what do you mean by opportunity cost? So going hand in hand with this entire concept of opportunity cost, there's this nice quote, right? So the quote was said by Adam Smith. Adam Smith gave a quote that is this thing. He says, so Adam Smith, the greatest, one of the greatest economists in the era, right? After economist, father of modern economics, he said, there is no free lunch in the world. What he said is that there is no free lunch. He said nothing's come for free. So this entire discussion goes this entire, and even this quote goes with something like sacrificing and taking, or is gaining and sacrificing. So what he says, there is no free lunch in the world. So lunch is not free, where you do have to pay a price. So make any product. Okay, makes sense. But in terms of economics, now we are going to discuss and analyze this entire phrase. So what this entire phrase or as this quote mentioned is all about these two words. One is, if you want to gain something, you want to have your lunch, then you definitely need to sacrifice something. Right? So if you want to gain something, you will have to sacrifice something. So this is the primary concept behind opportunity cost. It's all about gaining something and sacrificing something. This leads to the entire discussion and concept of opportunity cost, which we are going to discuss today. Right? So I'm going to keep it very brief and on the point without beating the bush, right? A direct opportunity cost identify with the definition and plus most importantly with an example anyone can understand at the easiest ground. So opportunity cost, let's go with a little bit of theoretical definition. Opportunity cost simple. What is opportunity cost? Opportunity cost is the right, okay? It says the value of next best alternative. Next best alternative, which is foregone choice. Right, so this is the entire theoretical definition. What is opportunity cost? It is the value of next best alternative, which is foregone choice. Now let's understand the most, or rather the key important words of this entire definition, right? Make it the most important product identify because it will make our life much easier to understand this concept in the bigger perspective, right? So what's first thing? It says the next best alternative. This is one of my favorite thing. Next best, and it's an alternative, and which is foregone. What do you mean by foregone? What do you mean by foregone? It's sacrifice, right? Foregone is also equal to the concept of sacrifice in choice. So choice, what is choice? Because you can't discuss about opportunity cost without discussing about choice. Choice is what? Choice is selecting the best Selecting the best. Choice is what? Selecting the best from different alternatives. Again, it comes. What do you mean by choice? Selecting the best. Holder maker selecting the best from different alternatives. So, I didn't have a choice. What a choice I got. Because why I say? If I say I didn't have a choice, what does it mean? It mean alternatives. I didn't had any other alternatives. I only had one alternative, so I had to choose it. The same thing, right? So choice is where you select the best one from different alternatives. And the value of the next best alternative, which you sacrifice, is identified as opportunity cost. Right? Then make a theoretical definition. Right? Concept. Now let's go into an example and try to understand what do you mean by opportunity cost. This is very simple. This is very direct and very easy to understand. Right? Okay, let's go with example. I'm going to go with a couple of examples to make your life much easier. Right? Okay. Let's take the most simplest one, which you can really understand and make it easy. Let's see. We know in economics it's all about scarcity, where the resources are limited and we have unlimited needs and wants, specifically wants, right? Example, assume that you get $1,000, right? Or else 1,000 rupees in healthcare, right? 1,000 rupees. Okay, for example, let's go with a couple of examples to make our life much easy. Right? Assume you have 1,000 in your hand. So this is what you have. This is what you have as a note. So we call this one as the resources. These are our resources, and this is the special characteristic of the resource is what? This is limited. This is limited. The next thing, though it is limited, what happens is you can do multiple things with this. Right? You can do multiple things with this. What you can do? You can go to shop. You can go shopping. You can dine with your friends. You can save, or else you can invest. Right? So these are what? These are your alternative uses. We call this one as all these stuff as the alternative uses. Alternative users we do have, right? Now the point is you are going to understand what is my best one. So having 1,000, if you are a young kid, right, like you and me, right, you would feel like the best thing comes in your top of your head is either to dine or shop. We'll assume just to keep our life much easy. Now let's be more practical. Resources, we have the users. Now we are going to rank them according to our preferences. Right? Now let's rank them. Right? So when I rank first one, we would say we have 4 options. So you're going to rank it, right? The first option I would say, okay, from out of these four, I would say, okay, I'm going to go for dining option. I'm going to dine. Then for shopping, then maybe investing and saving. Now, the most important part is, look, this rank is very subjective. I would rank like this, but you would rank in a different way, right? That's totally fine, because opportunity cost as a concept is a subjective one and it's a relative one also, right? So these are my ranks. So out of these ranks, we know the best one, the rank number 1 option for me, which is dining. This is, right? This is my choice. So if someone asks you what is the choice of this 1,000 is dining. Now the next part comes. All of these, right? All of these are being what? Sacrificing, neighbor, right? To get this dining as a choice, my option nega gattama anit okkoma I had to sacrifice. Mata give up karanna no other option, right? So this becomes my sacrificing options. Honor. Honor. To gain choice, to gain this, you had to sacrifice all of this. To gain this, you had to sacrifice all of this. Opportunity cost. Next best alternative, which is sacrifice in choice. Right? Now we are going to identify the definition and say, what is my next best alternative? Not whatever the things I have sacrificed, it's all about the next best. Next best. So from out of these four, the next best alternative for me is very direct. It's what? It's this, because I have ranked it accordingly. This is my next best alternative. Right? So then if someone asks you, okay, what is my next best alternative? That is shopping. But for you, it might be totally different, right? So now the little homework is take this into account, then put a liyagan, and then balan options. What are the options you have? And then identify, then rank it accordingly, because that is how our psychology works. We are going to rank it accordingly. Having said that, rank pick choice. What I'm going to do. Now, this is my next best alternative. Next best alternative is there, and this is where you need to calculate opportunity cost. So, the value of this next best alternative. The value of this is identified as the opportunity cost. Shop කරන්න ආයේ ඊළඟ පාර shop කරන්න යනවා නම් කීයක් හරි invest කරන්න ඕන කීයක් හරි වියදම් කරන්න ඕන expend කරන්න ඕන that is opportunity cost. So again I'm telling you, right, the point, if in the exam, right, or as if in a scenario when economically opportunity cost come into play, if they ask you what is the opportunity cost, right, it have to be always a value. It have to be always a value, right? This is not the opportunity cost. This is the alternative, which is your next best alternative, which help to capture opportunity cost, right? Opportunity cost capture karan help karne ka thamai මේක. මේක නෙමෙයි opportunity cost එක. හරි නං technically, theoretically ඒක තමයි වෙන්න ඕනේ. It always have to be a value. Look, it always have to be a value. Value කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? ඒක monetary term එකකින් කියන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනේ. තේරුණාද? Understood? Okay, this is one simple example, but let me more specific and to make it more lively and to help you to understand this entire concept. Look again, what is opportunity cost? It is the value of next best alternative, which is sacrificed in choice, or is forgone in choice. මේක තමයි සාමාන්‍ය process එක. Now let's go to, this is example 1. Now let's go to example 2, which is again a simple one. Right? Okay, assume that you have, right, this is, assuming this is water of 1 liter. You have 1 liter of water, right? Now you are going to understand what I'm going to do with this 1 liter. Let's assume with this 1 liter, you can drink, you can wash, you can cook, assuming you can wash, and you can even play around, right? So these are the what? Water, this is my resource. These are my alternative uses. Or these are my total uses. And these are my uses, right? Whatever the uses you have, right? Now you are going to rank it. Let's rank it. I would say I want to first drink, then cook, then wash, and then play. And this is my rank. So again, your rank might be totally different from me. Totally fine, right? Then the next one, right? So the next one is, this is your choice, right? So this is the opportunity that you missed, the second best. Right? Now the opportunity cost, the value of next best alternative, the value is what? If you want to go and now if you want to cook, now you don't have water because you only had 1 liter and you utilize this 1 liter to drink. Now you don't have water because now you want to cook, right? You want to cook, but you don't have water. Now what you're going to do is you're going to buy to the nearest shop and going to buy water for cooking, right? හිතන්න දැන් drink කරලා ඉවරයි ආයෙත් උක ගන්න බෑනේ right ගන්න පුළුවන් දේ මොකද්ද දැන් cook කරන්නත් ඕනේ water නැහැ හයි water එක use කරා now you need to go to the nearest shop and buy water assuming right now to buy this water you need to maybe expend you need to give away right you need to give away how much let's assume it's 100 right 100 LKR right you want to invest 100 rupees or else you need to expend 100 rupees so the opportunity cost of drinking water is how much is 100 so this is your opportunity cost of what opportunity cost of drinking water not opportunity cost of cooking it's what opportunity cost of drinking water because why you had to sacrifice something because you gain something or sacrifice karanye gain karana hinda so this is the opportunity cost of drinking water right so now I hope this is little snippet a very short one but to keep this idea in a crispy format right harima crispy api kara so if you have any questions feel free to approach me you can find my number here and there කොහේ හරි බලන්න number එක අනිවාර්යෙන් ඇති just drop me a text and I would help you love to help you out to make these things these complicated subject knowledge into more simpler manner so until we meet up again I'm Sunny Ravas I'm officially signing off for the day and let's meet up in another video